if they want to. Talk don't bother me. I want the whole wide world to know that I love you so.
Hi, how you doing?
Sorry about that. No. Let's start again where we left off. I'm Paul DiRienzo. Mark Eisenstein, how are you?
I'm wonderful.
You're great, great. He's the filmmaker, and we're here to talk about... By the way, Joni isn't here tonight, I'm sorry to say. However, we will be talking about a subject that we've talked about before on this show, which is the film God is on the Other Side, which seems to be apropos to what's happening nowadays in the world as we know it. And we have a whole lineup of guests. I want to introduce Marcus Eisenstein, as I said earlier. He's the producer and director of the film. Nick Taylor, who played Colonel Gimpfoot. We'll be talking about that later on. And Rob Housechild, who's the distributor of the film. So welcome to Let Them Talk, guys. I'm glad to have you here and putting up with our emergencies as they go on. We solve them, and then we go on to greater and better things. Well, tell us, you know, we're watching the movie behind us. I'm going to hit play, and we'll be able to see it. I'm looking forward to this, and folks can see the images of the movie behind us. And there it is, great. And, well, where does this movie start? Where this is the opening scene?
The opening scene is supposedly behind the lines in a small city, or a large city, actually, obviously, New York City, in the time of war. And the picture begins with the two colonels, one of whom is on the way to the boudoir of his beloved, and Colonel Gimpfoot, who suspects there's something going on that he should find out about so he can nail a son of a bitch, because the general's favorite happens to be the other colonel, and he is, Colonel Gimpfoot, obviously in disgrace. A shame, you know, a disgusting example of what a colonel ought not to be, right?
Absolutely.
On top of which he's bald.
Right.
Which is enough to, I don't know.
But he has a
Enough
hat.
said? Oh, he has a hat. Oh,
Yeah.
pardon me, I forgot he has a hat.
Well, tell me who are some of the...
Well, the lead character, you want?
yeah, get to
Oh, I
character,
forgot all
right?
about.
Who's
How
the-
could I forget?
Is God.
Yes, God is at the core of this whole picture.
Right.
There
It's
he is.
discovered in the time of war.
Well, God is behind us right now.
Yeah.
He's
David
above us.
Johansen.
Played by David Johansen.
Yes.
Okay, great. So tell us a little bit more about
God.
what led you to make this movie and about God.
Well, my
Did God
insanity probably caused me to make it. No, I was actually, let's see, once I went to a screening of a prior movie I'd made, and there was a PR agent there named Chet Fox. He's no longer in this world. He's a very nice guy. And we had something to drink thereafter, and he asked if I was working on anything new. So I kind of spitballed the picture about God. I had spitballed the picture in class a few times.
I remember.
Yeah. So when he got through, or rather when I got through, he said, you know, that's a great picture. I said, it is? He said, yeah, you make that one better than the one we just made. I said, you're putting me on. I said, oh. So I figured, hey, if I ever got any money together, right, we can do things cheap at Jersey City State, and we can get somebody like Buster Poindexter to play it, and I have it on an Otoni machine. I figured this is something that might get done, you know, in my lifetime. God will be revealed to be on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
God forbid he should show up on your side, really, because when that happens,
Have you been following the current war in Iraq?
have I been
And
found? I
Afghanistan.
predicted it, let alone go.
He caused it.
Yeah.
Few people know that he
Yeah.
actually caused it with this
Yeah.
film.
Yeah, I had a lot to do with that war. No, I mean, let's see, what happened? That war began after I made the picture. Actually, it's a long story now. You don't mind? I might
No,
steal
go
the
right
whole
ahead.
story.
That's
No,
over
no
here.
trouble. I actually started shooting this, and I believe it was the winter or the early spring of '95. 10 years before George Bush, or 8 years before George Bush, having seen the movie, obviously decided
Right.
that he would go to war since God was on his
That's
side.
right.
And
Interesting.
By the way,
He
we're
liked
live.
it, though. He did say that he liked it.
God did.
Bush.
Well, Bush loved
liked
the
the
picture.
movie.
Inspired him to do great things in the world.
Okay.
He said at the very time I was thinking of making a movie, he said to himself, if I ever become president, I'll kill the bastards. God is on my side.
We're going to send him a copy.
Oh,
Send
do
Bush a
that.
copy. But it's going to be empty.
Autographed.
So, Marcus, how can somebody see the movie, which, by the way, is playing behind us on the screen?
Well, they can see it behind you, but it's not
Yeah,
very,
that's one place
not
to see.
nearly as visible as it would be if you go to the Pioneer Theater
The Pioneer Theater. Right?
on Avenue A on 3rd Street this coming Friday at 10 o'clock for a preceding movie called The Electric Chair, which I also made, and then at midnight to be followed.
Which is a great movie, by the way.
It was
it's a great movie.
performance anyway.
So at midnight, following the Electric Chair, at 10
Yeah,
o'clock is the Electric Chair.
right.
God is on the other side.
Right.
Is at midnight.
Right.
Friday and Saturday
And
night
Friday and Saturday night.
at the Pioneer Theater, Avenue A and 3rd Street in
Right.
Manhattan. Right. You just take the F
Yeah.
train to 2nd Avenue, get out of the 1st Avenue side of the station.
You know more about this than I do.
Right. Walk over. You can walk over from Astor Place.
Oh, okay,
Over is
great.
right just a few blocks south of Tompkins Square Park on Avenue
Right.
A. Right.
You're
Easy to
familiar with
find.
the neighborhood.
And it's a pizza place right next door.
2 booths.
Two Boots Pizza.
Thank you. All right.
Which we're not plugging
Oh, okay.
pizza at other places. Tell us, that's an interesting story. Now, tell us a little bit, break down a synopsis of the movie. And I know you play Colonel Gimpfoot.
Yes, yes.
Who is Colonel Gimpfoot and what is his role in this movie?
Mark
And
is
point
obsessed.
out when we see
Mark
it.
is obsessed with cripples, basically. So he created
Both
this character called Gimpfoot, and he's basically this pathetic excuse for a soldier who winds up becoming a general, and actually decides to go to war with the other side, and basically is responsible for the whole world getting blown up.
That's what happens in the end.
That's what happens. in the
And what
end.
happens, God, I don't know, we'll get to that part of the movie, but God takes a direct hand in this war.
Yeah.
He doesn't
yeah.
it's not just like who somebody's each
Right.
side's praying to. God, like, puts on a helmet.
He gets
a machine gun,
involved. Yeah,
gets
he
directly
actually
involved.
gets involved.
Well, the key point about God is the opening scene with God. It's dark out there in the battlefields, about midnight, and there's a machine gun in the distance going off, and three soldiers in a trench whisper among themselves, like, who's going to go check it out, that son of a bitch with a machine? The guy goes crawling through mud and everything else around him, and he peers into the night, and he sees God with a machine gun firing in his direction. And that's enough to freak out any soldier. So he goes back, he tells his friends, like, boys, God is on the other side. I just saw him. He's got a machine gun. And it goes up the chain of command till it gets to your general.
Is it Hirschfeld? Hirschfeld?
No, it goes to, what's his name? Bobby Faust.
Oh, Bobby Faust.
Little Bobby Faust, right?
Bobby
Yes.
Faust.
Bobby Faust hears about this. He doesn't know what the hell to do. If God is on the other side, how can he fight a war? Really? So his key colonel, the one he loves,
Tony Machine.
Tony Machine, a good, unlike him.
The handsome
one. I mean, full head of hair. I mean, an ingenue type, right? And he just loves that one and despises this one,
This
which
guy.
is why he has this one on his staff, just so he can kick him around,
Exactly.
which is pretty much the way it goes in the world. But that's enough. You've got to go see the movie. You want
Right. Who's on right now? Who are we looking at right now behind us on the screen?
Rich Hirschfeld, a fabulous actor, maybe one of the best players in the show.
And
Rich
what role is
Hirschfeld.
he playing right now?
He's playing, is it?
He's Captain Captain.
What's,
hold on. My son, I can't remember the guy's name.
I don't remember his name. He's a regular on Law and Order, but I don't remember his name in this film.